Thanks for joining us. Before we get started, be sure to follow our YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below.
Hi everyone, Emily here from Trans Options, and in today's Lunch and Learn we'll be covering 10 tips for safe and fun winter bike riding. So the first tip is going to be layer up. Right now I'm wearing 4 top layers and 1 fleecy legging bottom layer, and it's about 45 degrees out here. So when I thought about what layers would be most appropriate for my ride today, I wanted to step outside and feel a little bit chilly, which is while I'm just standing here, which is definitely how I feel right now. And so then I know once I hop on my bike and begin to pedal that I won't need to shed layers right away, but it's a really good idea to bring along with you a backpack when you are riding in the winter, just because you'll probably need to readjust a little bit with your layering system while you're out here, and you need to give yourself somewhere to stow those extra layers as they come off or before you put them back on. You want to make sure that your layers are sort of lightweight, moisture wicking or quick drying, and bright. So you don't want to be just super dark in all black when you're out riding around. The second tip is going to be prep your bike for winter riding, ride ready. It's a little bit different than when we're riding in warmer months out of the year. So the first thing that's slightly different is you want to probably be lower on your PSI tire pressure than you would when you were riding in other seasons. That will allow you to have a little bit more traction if you head over slippery surfaces like black ice or something like that. You might also want to consider switching out your tire to be something that's a little bit wider or has more nubs on it, just similar like you would do with your car and switching out for winter snow tires. So you don't need to buy a new bike. You don't need to think that just to ride on snow or winter conditions you need a fat tire bike. You can definitely adjust a hybrid bike like this or a mountain bike. I would most likely leave your high performance roadster at home if the weather is looking dicey as far as snow and ice and slush. But okay, the third tip is going to be wash your bike when you return home all the time. Like, even if you're just out for a few miles ride, you don't want to leave any of that like salt or slush or ice, any of that built up that could have been on your bike from road riding or riding on the trails on there for too long. So at least wipe down your chain, but you definitely want to address that before rust is present. The fourth thing is you need to pay close attention to your extremities and your face. So make sure that you have gloves with you, and in my pack I even have a thinner layer too, so you have kind of a warmer and a lighter pair of gloves. For my toes, I don't really do anything in the winter outdoors without making sure I have a pair of toe warmers with me. It just makes for a much more pleasurable experience when my toes are not numb. So I get like these little hotties. They stick right on and warm up in just a few minutes. And then for your face, even if it's winter in like low light conditions, be wearing moisturizer and sunscreen. Load on the chapstick. You want to protect your face from sun damage, but also wind damage when you're out there. And a good option is to bring a neck warmer or a buff. And I really like this one because one side is a fleece and a thicker material, and the other one is it's a really good like wind protector. So you have 2 options in one here. So this will always be with me when I'm out in cooler weather, and on a day like today would probably be riding with it almost up to my eyeballs. So protect your face. When there's snow on the ground and the sun's out, you absolutely are going to need sunglasses or a visor. When that sun reflects off the snow, you can actually get a pretty nasty sunburn too. So watch your skin, watch your face when you're out there. Protect yourself. For my head right now, underneath my helmet, I will be wearing today a more lightweight headband that protects my ears mostly. But on a cooler day, I would definitely have a lightweight like Polar Tech hat, something like this that's gonna fit well underneath my helmet. not be too bulky. So having that stowed in my pack in case I need it when I'm out today will be really helpful too. Okay, the fifth thing is bring extra gear. So I was just mentioning that. In here I also have a thicker fleece. My mid-layer right now is just a vest, so that's going to be stowed away in case I need it. And then I'm also fishing around for extra gloves, like I mentioned, some lightweight gloves. And then I'm always going to have at least one extra pair of socks with me, something super heavy duty. Ski socks or snowboard socks work really well in the winter because they're longer and warmer. Don't think that you need winter bike specific gear if you participate in other winter sports like skiing or snowboarding. I double dip into those bins and I see what I can, make work. And socks and gloves and hats even sometimes are definitely some of those things. Definitely base layers, long johns, things like that too. Okay, number 5, insulate your liquids. So my winter water bottle probably looks similar to my summer water bottle, but something that's double insulated is going to keep your coffee and your tea or your warm water super helpful. Keeping that core warm, drinking warm beverages while you're out and about. Number 7 is make sure you have plenty of lights and reflectors. We're getting into some of the darkest days of the year now, and so more than ever you need to light it up. You need to be seen, and so definitely front lights and rear lights. Pop some reflectors on there, it'll just help you be seen. And make sure your batteries and on those lights are charged. You don't want to be stuck with dead lights. Okay, number 8 is there's going to be potentially some more hazardous road conditions in the winter. For sure, one of the biggest things is unexpected frosties and not being able to necessarily see how deep that pothole is, especially if it's filled with ice or slush or water. So be super mindful to avoid those and be looking out for those while you're riding. Also, you want to avoid ice if you can. Big kind of clusters of salt that get left behind are gonna feel like slippery sand or marble, so stay clear of that and do what you can to stay out of the snow if you can avoid it. And that shoulder area where all of that road kind of debris gets tossed to the side and not cleared. If you need to take the lane and ride in the road, know that you can do that after, scanning and signaling, communicating with other road users. So that brings me to number 9, which is follow all of the rules of the road, just like you would any other time of the year. You want to definitely continue to ride like you would drive. So that's no different in the winter. So that's it. Number 10 is just to have fun and stay safe and enjoy yourself while you're out riding in cooler weather. Take a deep breath. It feels good on my lungs as long as I'm prepared and know that I'm riding as ready as I can be. So that's it. Thanks for tuning in today and enjoy yourselves out there as a way to continue bike riding all season long. Take care.
Thanks for watching. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with the latest Transoptions video content. We'll see you next time.